Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self Storage. What we're doing today is we're going through my week in numbers. It's Monday morning, and that's what we do here on Mondays. Okay, so last week was it a good week? Was it a bad week? Was it an indifferent week? I'm pleased to say it was a good week. I'm very, very happy. Um, Normally, there's always something we can get upset about. Not upset about, but we think we can improve. And this week is no different, but there's only one thing. Overall, it was a really, really good week. And I haven't said that in a long, long time. So, yeah, very, very happy. So, we was here's the quick headline. So really it was plus square foot for the week, which was good. We was 365 square foot up. There was 131 quotes, which is good. The reservations, we had 45 reservations. The conversion rate for quotes to reservations was 34%. We only had 23 move-ins. That's the downside. And the quotes to move-ins conversion rate, quotes to move-ins conversion rate was only 18%. So the move-ins and the conversion rate was a little bit below where we want to be. However, we took £60,000 in revenue over, so which is good. And we are forecasted to be over 1,000 square foot up next week. So in a nutshell, we can't really complain too much. Right, let's have a look then. Let's dive into the revenue where we took the money. We took £61,209.92. Glasgow was 3,000. I'm sure my eyes are getting worse. 3,300. Here we go, really close. 3,389. 10,300 at Mansfield. 4,500 at Wrexham, 9,500 at Clough Road, 4,200 at Beverley, 29,244 at Willoughby. The NHS paid for a year up front there. They always pay for a year up front, so that was like £8,000, something like that. Even though, by the way, they were 3 months late paying, we finally got the money. Right, so who got the most reservations? It was Jack with 17. Well done, top boy Jack. Brogan was 13. Well done, Brogano. Charlene was 7. James was 3. He was away. And Angela was 1. And online, we only had one online booking, which is only 2% of our reservations came online, which was strangely below par, below where we normally are. But equally, we did 45 reservations, so we can't complain there. Clough Road was our top site performing with reservations. I'll get to that in a minute. Because this is why it's so important. This is why it's so important to look at the data, talk to the team about the data, and then implement some changes. So yeah, I'll get to that in a minute because Clough Road was really underperforming previously. Right, let's dive into individual sites. Willoughby, 29 quotes. We have 13 reservations. Beautiful stuff at Willoughby. That's a 45% conversion rate. We had 9 move-ins. That's a 31% conversion rate. So good stuff there. We moved in 905 square foot. We moved out 710. So we're up for the week, 195 square foot. Really good. 360 internal rooms occupied, 52 containers, 83.16% full. Average merchandise sales were £30.51. Average insurance was 6,700. And next week we are due to move in 650 and due to move out 425. Clough Road. Right, I'll get to basically Clough Road is always poor on the conversion rates. But check this out. 27 quotes, 15 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 56%. Brilliant stuff. Move-ins was 8. That's a conversion rate of 30%. We moved in 590 square foot, moved out 150. We're 440 up. Average insurance was 5,300. Due to move in next week is 385, and due to move out is 225. So in terms of Clough Road, what we did was we thought, right, okay, I had a little moan, not a little moan, but I highlighted that, listen, what are we doing wrong at Clough Road? Yes, it's competitive. Yes, the area is very tough and it's price conscious, etc. The demographic isn't the same as it is at Willoughby. They're more price sensitive. So what are we doing wrong? And so Gary and James listened to every single call that we did in a week at Clough Road, every call. And we realized that we wasn't following our sales process word for word, our sales script, if you like, and it wasn't polished enough. One of the things that we highlighted was we didn't mention, because if an area is competitive, one thing that you have to do if you've got to really sell your site, you've got to tell why you're different. You've got to say why you stand out, why people should store with you. And one of the things that we didn't do was mention our USPs enough, and also crucially, we didn't mention our price guarantee at every single call. And so what we did was we highlighted the fact that we know we're very, very competitively priced because we have a price guarantee that if you find it cheaper anywhere else, we'll match it. And it's not to say that everybody comes back and say, oh, by the way, so and so is cheaper, so therefore you need to give us that price. It just gives the customer that confidence that they're not being ripped off, that you are a decent price, you are very, very competitively priced. Otherwise, why would you have a price guarantee? And so that in itself has changed our percentages from 6% to 55, 56% last week at Clough Road. So awesome work from the team. And we are really homing in on our sales process and making sure that we say everything we're supposed to, every single call, no matter who's doing it, the sales script, the sales process. Gary's been working on that for the last week, 2 weeks, and it looks to be having, we've implemented it a week or 2 weeks ago, but it looks to be having a really, really massive impact. So awesome work by the team there. Beverly, 16 quotes, only one reservation at Beverly. Gary, we need to look at Beverly now. What is going on? One reservation at Beverly. It's a 6% conversion rate. No move-ins. 0% conversion rate. We moved in 160. We moved out 400. We're down 240. Yeah, so we need to look at Beverly now. What is going on there? I'm saying it with jest, by the way, because obviously it's just a small sample size. Yeah, it's poor. So it's something to mention, something to look at, but it is a small sample size. But yeah, we'll what I like to do is looking at this. This is why it's so important. This is why it's crucial. This is why the mastermind is so good, because you start looking at your figures and what gets measured gets improved. So again, what we'll do now I've highlighted it, we'll pull out the sample size and say, okay, Beverly, is there a growing trend? Are they been using Willoughby? Are they filtering to Willoughby? What is it? Is it a small trend? Is it not something we don't need to worry about? Or have the conversions been going down for some time? So it's, again, that's why it's so important. That's why I love doing this. It just highlights where we need to look at, where we need to double down. And so obviously Beverly with a conversion rate is something that we need to check out. It could be, and probably is, absolutely nothing. Yeah, I'm just checking here the move-ins. So it must have been an existing customer because we got 0 move-ins, but it must have been an existing customer who moved in, extra unit, 160 square foot. Sorry, I know what it was. It was a customer moving from, they vacated one unit and then took the other unit because I preferred that position. I knew what it was. I actually did it. I was actually there when he asked for it. How about that? Wrexham, 18 quotes, 4 reservations. That's a conversion rate 22%. Not brilliant. We had 1 move-in. That's a conversion rate of 6%. We moved in 160. We moved out 210. We're minus 50. £10,000 was the average insurance. That's good. This next week, we're due to move in 645 and due to move out 175. So good stuff there. Mansfield, 32 quotes, 11 reservations. Back on track, Mansfield. The site that never stops giving, apparently, but it's still lost at square foot this last week. Yeah, really brilliant. We had 4 move-ins. That's conversion rate of 13%. 555, we moved in square foot. We moved out 775, so it was 220 down. We've got 170 internal rooms occupied. We've got 38 containers occupied. That's good, that. 71.4% full. The average insurance was 5,250. I don't know why, but it's always slow. It's always low at Mansfield. Move-ins was 2 for 260 this next coming week and 1 move out. So we should. I'm expecting a big week at Mansfield. I'm expecting a big week all over. I think we're due to be net square foot up at every goddamn site apart from Glasgow, which is dead even. Right, 9 quotes at Glasgow, only 1 reservation, only 1 move-in, so that's 11% conversion rate. Really small amount of quotes at Glasgow last week. Interesting. We moved in 720, we moved out 480. Again, these are people moving units. So we're basically, the net result anyway is 240 up. We have got 65 rooms, 65 units, containers, if you like, occupied. We're 87% full, but we can keep adding more units now because the grounds work are all done. 40 grand's worth of extra grounds work. Average insurance was £3,000. That is not really good. The due to move in next week is 160. Due to move out is 160. I'm going to make a bold claim. My bold claim is that every single site will be net positive next week. Glasgow is due to be dead even. 200 square foot up at Mansfield due to. We're due to move it 450 square foot up at Wrexham. We're due to be 160 square foot up at Beverley. We're due to be 160. Is that 160? Yes, 160 at Clough Road. And we're due to be 225 up at Willoughby. So let's do it. Every single site, net positive. All right. All right, my friends, I'm going to have a podcast every single goddamn day for you. Love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.